Today we're going to look at speed. Speed is a rate that shows how quickly an object is travelling. It shows the distance changing per time. So it'll always be in the units of some distance per time. Kilometres per hour is distance, kilometres per time, hours. Metres per second, it could be. Metres is a distance, seconds is a time. If speed does not change over time, so if it remains the same, it stays the same over time, the object is travelling at a constant speed. It's travelling at the same speed the whole time. When speed is not constant, and that's more often, this is more common for speed to not be constant. You can think about your car driving down the highway. You slow down, you speed up, you overtake, you brake for cars in front, you brake for lights on at intersections, and you brake for other cars, and then you accelerate, you speed up. So when speed is not constant, we can still find the average speed of the object. Over a certain amount of time, you'll still cover a certain distance. And we can use this handy triangle here to make some calculations with speed. Because speed is a rate, we can still use the unitary method. You can still have a look at how much distance per unit time if that's easier. But if you want, you can have a look at this handy little triangle here that shows speed, distance and time. If you need to find, if you're given some information and you need to find the missing piece of information, you need to cover the missing piece with your hand. So if you're asked to find the speed, you then need to do a calculation that shows distance divided by time. So speed equals distance divided by time. If you need to find time, cover up time, and we have distance divided by speed. Distance divided by speed is equal to time, and you could write time equals distance divided by speed. If you need to find distance, cover up distance, and you see distance is equal to speed times time. So there you can find, if you've got a missing piece of information, whether it's distance, speed or time, if you cover up the part on the triangle that you're trying to find, that is what is left is what that is equal to. So for example, having a look at a couple of examples here, we're going to find average speed in kilometres an hour of these of a cyclist and a runner. So looking at speed equals distance divided by time from our triangle over there, covering up speed, we get distance divided by time. And that's equal to, here, for a cyclist who travels a distance of 140 kilometres in a time of 5 hours, 140 kilometres divided by 5 hours. So 140 divided by 5 is 28 kilometres per hour. Notice that they're in the same, in the correct units already, kilometres and hours. If not, we're not going to get the units of kilometres per hour. It's only because we've got kilometres and hours here that we do get kilometres per hour. For our runner, he travels 3 kilometres in 15 minutes. So the distance is 3 kilometres, the time is 15 minutes. So if we work that out, 3 divided by 15, we don't get kilometres per hour, we get kilometres for each minute, kilometres per minute. So the answer is 0.2 kilometres per minute. We're not asked to find kilometres per minute though, we're asked to find kilometres per hour. So to work out, this is just a rate, a speed is a rate. So 0.2 kilometres per minute means just that. For every 1 minute, he travels 0.2 kilometres. So if we multiply that by 60, that'll give us 60 minutes. There are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So if we multiply that by 60, we get 12 kilometres per 60 minutes. That means 12 kilometres per hour. Second example here, find the distance travelled by a truck travelling for 15 hours at an average speed of 95 kilometres per hour. So we're not looking for time, or we're not looking for speed. We've got time, we've got speed, we're looking for distance. So if we were to cover up the distance on our triangle, we'd be left with speed times time. Distance equals speed times time. So that's 95 kilometres per hour multiplied by 15 hours. Notice that they're both in the same unit. If one was in minutes, if this was in minutes, I'd need to convert it to hours first, so that it would be in the same units. The rates would be the same units. So here, 95 times 15 hours means he travelled a distance of 1,425 kilometres. For our second one, looking at another hiker, and this time this hiker, she's walking at 40 kilometres per hour to travel 15 kilometres. So 4 kilometres per hour to travel 15 kilometres. So if we cover up time on our triangle, we're left with distance divided by speed. So time equals distance divided by speed. Once again, they're in the same units, kilometres and kilometres per hour. So that means our answer will be in hours, our time will be in hours. So 15 kilometres divided by 4 kilometres per hour is 3.75 hours. It's not very handy for a hiker to know that sort of 0.75. It's not how we conversationally talk about time. So there are two different alternatives that you should convert it to. You can convert it to a fraction, 3 3/4 hours, which is an amount of time that people would be familiar with, or you can convert it to hours and minutes. So 3/4 of an hour is 45 minutes, so that would be 3 hours and 45 minutes.